welcome into TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH, the Macomb-Western Holiday Tournament coverage courtesy of Tom Conklin State Farm, and this pregame show presented by Ron Elby Auto Sales, with locations in Macomb and Augusta, and with 80 years of car sales experience. Ron Elby Auto Sales is your hometown go-to for your next car. In Macomb on East Jackson Street, stop in and talk to Justin, Jared, or Chris, or visit www.lbsalescars.com to check out their inventory. My name's Luke Little. Here with me today is my partner, BJ. I know you got a chance to talk to both of the coaches, get some keys to the game. I'll let you go ahead and talk about those.
Yeah, this is going to be a good one, Luke. This is the first of 4 quarterfinal games in the winner's bracket, as they call it in these tournaments. Still with a championship in mind, these two teams, Illini Bluffs and West Hancock, met before in a season-opening tournament over Bushnell Prairie City, and it was a pretty physical, pretty intense game. We expect another one again today. And talking with the coaches here just a moment ago, Jeff Dahl from West Hancock said we have to be assignment sound on both ends of the court. We cannot – he wants his team to gamble. He doesn't mind his team gambling on defense, but gamble at the right times and run the defense without taking too many wild chances, getting back to that assignment sound. Also, they want to shoot it well. They need to shoot the ball well, because against a team like Illini Bluffs, very tall team at this level, it is hard to get an offensive rebound. So your best bet is to make the shot the first one you take. Meanwhile, for Illini Bluffs, Coach Clay Vass said the very same thing in the reverse to me. He said we've got to make them shoot it poorly. They're a three-point team. We're an inside team. Three-pointers can outscore two-pointers if they're hitting at a good rate, as you well know. And if they can keep the three-point shots down to a minimum percentage, should be a good sign for Illini Bluffs. Tigers also, as always, want to rebound well. And usually when Coach Vass wants to rebound well, his team does that. I mean, he's got some size. He's got a 6'10" center, Hank Alvey, 6'6" forward, Toby Cooper. They can control the glass. Yeah,
no player on Illini Bluffs, in their starting 5, I should say, other than Jaden Washington, is shorter than 6'3". They got a 6'3", 2 6'4" players, and Hank Alvey holding it down in the middle at 6'9". We talked about some keys to the game. I want to get your thoughts on some key players for both of these teams. You can pick the obvious ones or some players that you really think need to come out today and play well.
Well, Hank Alvey, Jaden Washington had a big game yesterday scoring for Illini Bluffs, but the guy to watch for me is Toby Cooper, number 22. He's a junior forward. He can go crazy. I've seen him go off, make 5, 6, 7, 8 shots in a row. I mean, the kid really has a varied game. He can take it inside, stay outside with it. Good passer. And it looks to me like he's growing some more in the offseason. First time I've seen him this year, but seeing him a bunch last year, it's a good bunch. Meanwhile, for West Hancock, who are we going to look at?
For me, I think you got to look to Lewis Siegfried. He's been that guy for them in their recent games. Had 22 points in the opening matchup here at Western Hall. We're getting ready for both of these teams' second game of the tournament, but you also kind of got to look to Nolan Gooding. They didn't play at the first meet of the year. Having him back here today could be huge. We're going to get the starting 5 here in a moment, courtesy of Jake Croxton. We'll send it over to him and hear just in a moment. 1:05 on the clock, and man, this wasn't as packed of a building until now. I'll send it over to Jake Croxton now for the starting 5.
All right. Macomb-Western Holiday Basketball Tournament. This is the first quarterfinal matchup between the Illini Bluffs Tigers and the West Hancock Titans. And now let's meet the game 13. Starting lineups: at one guard for Illini Bluffs, a 5'9" junior, number 3, Jaden Washington. And at guard for the Titans, a 5'10" senior, number 12, Nolan Hurt. At guard for the Tigers, a 6'4" senior, number 11, Wyatt Hindle. And at guard for the Titans, a 6'2" junior, number 15, Nolan Gooding. At forward for Illini Bluffs, a 6'3" junior, number 14, Devin White. And at forward for the Titans, a 5'10" junior, number 14, Gavin Grothaus. At forward for the Tigers, a 6'4" junior, number 22, Toby Cooper. At forward for the Titans, a 5'10" senior, wearing number 20, Gage Scott. In the middle for the Tigers, a 6'9" senior, number 44, Hank Alvey. And in the middle for the Titans, a 6'4" junior, number 5, Louis Siegfried. Clay Vass heads up the Tiger bench, assisted by Trey David, Joe Waters, Brett Bruniga, and Taylor Bruniga. Brandon Hendel is the honorary coach. The sponsor, Nutrient Ag Solutions. Jeff Dahl heads up the Titan bench, assisted by Jamie Cousins and Paxton Harmon. Emmett Hall is honorary coach, the sponsor, Tunis Country Auto. Your officials are Tad Johnson, Jason Danner, and Robert Hinkle.
Thank you very much, Jake. We got Hank Alvey versus Nolan Gooding on the tip, about, 5 inches, 6 inches in a height disparity. I'm pretty excited for this game right here. Hank Alvey in the Illini Bluffs wins the tip, and we are underway here, folks. As we mentioned before, the Titans and Illini Bluffs have already met this year at the Spartan Tip-Off Classic, where the Titans came away with the win. I believe it was 64-60, the final score. Illini Bluffs had the lead by 20. There's a three-pointer by Jaden Washington. No good. Rebounded by Gavin Grothaus down low. Titans on the offense.
As you can see, Titans in white, Tigers in the black and orange.
Pass by Grothaus, just out of bounds. Missed his man, Nolan Gooding. Turnover, Illini Bluffs basketball. 7:31 on the clock, fast pace so far. Jaden Washington, not really a huge scorer for this team, but I like the shot. He had an open three-point shot. I like him taking that.
And he's good controlling the ball for them as well. Devin White's an exciting player that can get up in a hurry.
Hank Alvey with it down low, working against two defenders. The reverse layup falls. And that's how the Tigers get the first bucket of this game. Scott now with it on the offense for the Titans. 7 minutes on the clock, 1 minute gone by. 23 seconds on the shot clock. Nolan Hurt with the ball, gives it over to Gooding. Gooding with the ankle brace, as you can see now. That's what held him out for about 2 weeks. Scott with it, he drives inside, goes up. We'll see what they call. They're going to call a blocking foul here on Illini Bluffs.
Before the shot, it'll be out of bounds underneath, and it'll be the first foul of the game, and will go against, I believe, Toby Cooper.
It is Toby Cooper. Gage Scott taking aggression, going inside. Just a little bit of too much contact from Illini Bluffs to get the foul call. Nice pass down low. Lewis Siegfried wide open. Court vision from Nolan Gooding finds him down low. It's tied. Finding the open man is key in these situations and tight games like this. And there's a turnover by Illini Bluffs. Titans with the ball. Lewis Siegfried now with the ball, gives it out to Gooding. Nolan Hurt. Guarded by Devin White. They're going to call a foul here, and that's a tough call to make in that situation.
It was real close to being a traveling violation. Could have gone either way. The foul occurred first. Devin White's first, second team foul on the Tigers. The shot clock should not be an issue for both of these teams. They're usually pretty good about getting it up in 15, 20 seconds, or in many cases even less.
The Titans a heavy three-point shooting team. That one, as long as you don't touch it before it goes into the backcourt, you're all good for backcourt violation. Hurt versus Jaden Washington now. Stops, kicks it out to Siegfried. He'll take a three-pointer. That one's good. He was made 6 three-pointers in their first game. Knocks down this one here. 5 points for Lewis Siegfried. 5-2 the score. Devin White now with the ball. Goes baseline, kicks it out to Alvey. Alvey, his defender just left him wide open. Missed the shot. Rebounded by Grothaus. Titans get lucky there on that possession.
You're going to end up calling a lot of those sponsored three-pointers today if West Hancock has their way. They like to shoot it outside.
Yeah, sports corner 3 there for Lewis Siegfried. We'll see how many he knocks down here today. Gooding with it. Nice spin move. Drive blocked from behind by Hank Alvey. Illini Bluffs back on offense. Jaden Washington slows it down. Devin White now with the ball, gives it up top. This Illini Bluffs team, as you said before, they like to work inside, get it to their big man. Hank Alvey just slips through Jaden Washington's hands, a turnover, and you got to wonder if this excitement and nervousness is getting to these players.
Could be. I mean, it's a big game for both of them. Illini Bluffs had a big lead in Bushnell until Hank twisted an ankle, and then furious rally and comeback victory for West Hancock. To the bench goes Clay Vass. He will send in a senior, Jack Murphy, number 13. Has been a big part of this team as a sixth man for the last couple of seasons and can calm them down.
Three-pointer for Gage Scott, no good. Tipped around. Grothaus tried to come away with it, but good rebound by Illini Bluffs. Now Devin White working on the fast break. Blocked from Lewis Siegfried off the backboard. Titans come away with it. Big block there for the Titans. Scott, he's pushing it down to the other court. Blocked by Alvey.
Welcome to the block party, folks.
Back in fourth game already, and we were talking these teams are going to run up and down the court as fast as they can. Siegfried coming up behind.
Beautiful block by Siegfried, and then on the other end, as we keep it rolling, watch Hank Alvey get up. And the ball go down.
It's just tough to get down there on Alvey. He's going to be defending the post all day long. Turnaround jumper by Grothaus, no good. Rebounded by Alvey. Illini Bluff Tigers basketball, 4:38 on the clock. This game's moving pretty quick. Low-scoring affair right now, 5-2. Both defenses holding strong as of now. Both these teams had the morning games yesterday, now playing after 5 p.m. That's tipped out of bounds by Gage Scott. 15 seconds left on the shot clock. We've really only seen Hank Alvey working a lot. I should say we haven't really seen Toby Cooper working a lot yet in this game. One of your key players for them. I think they got to be feeding him the ball in these situations, get him some open three-point shots. They haven't found him just yet. They get it to Alvey in the post. He's working around. Turnaround jumper, 1 in 3 seconds, doesn't get it. Nolan Hurt grabs the rebound.
Good defense by the Titans to keep him on a fadeaway, about 12 feet away from the basket.
The second mid-range shot missed by Hank Alvey so far in the game today. 20 seconds on the shot clock. Siegfried with it. He'll give it to the corner now. This is Hurt. Hurt drives in, turnaround, can't get anything. Almost traveled, trying to get the back door to Siegfried. Good steal, though, by the Tigers. They come away with it. Another turnover on the Titans. This is a baseline drive from Devin White. Cooper Knowles with the block. Didn't even see him check into the game. The sophomore coming in. He's going to have to play some big minutes here against Hank Alvey.
He gives the Titans a little bit of size inside. Already has a block as he just, as you said, checked in. And we've had a couple of blocks on both sides now. Off to a good start on that end.
A block party is for sure. That one's blocked away by Wyatt Hindle. Out of bounds. It'll be Tiger basketball.
And that one, Alvey had the block, and Hendel says, watch this, I can do this too.
I'll
it would have been blocked by either one of their hands.
Carter Barnes checks into the game here for Nolan Hurt as the Titans get a sub. 3:16 on the clock. Both of these offenses are very explosive. I'm surprised at how low scoring this game is right now.
Well, both defenses are just as explosive going the other way. The way they can shot block and the way they can defend.
Devin White with it now, guarded by Siegfried. Gives it over to Hindle. Back up to Devin White. Drives inside, kicks out to Murphy. Down to Alvey. Trying to get the turnaround jumper. Can't find it. Hindle will take a three-point shot. No good. Alvey on the rebound. This is out of bounds. Off of Alvey, and Grothaus makes him turn it over.
Good hustle by Grothaus to stay with it. Hank didn't know if he had a guy on his back or not.
It looked like it was on Alvey's left hand, and Grothaus came on his right side. It's just too much pressure on the spin. Ball went out of bounds. 2:45 on the clock here. Titans with possession. Siegfried, nice crossover kick. Carter Barnes, he's going to shoot that thing up and no good. Cooper Knowles on the rebound, going up strong. No foul, but he gets the bucket. Cooper Knowles gets 2 points here. 7-2 now the score. Illini Bluffs with the ball in the corner. They get it down to Alvey. Had an open lane, lost control of the ball. Turnaround, he'll put it up. Misses it, but gets his own putback. Good work there by Hank Alvey. 4 points on the game for him.
And you can see early here, we're 6 minutes into it, and the Illini Bluffs continuing to want to pound it into the post to the big man.
That turnaround by Lewis Siegfried throw almost goes out of bounds. Saved by Carter Barnes. Scott, he'll go baseline. Turnaround, fadeaway jumper, short. Rebounded by Cooper Knowles. That goes up, blocked away by Alvey. Ball tipped. We'll see who comes away with it.
Ooh, there was a push that I don't think the official saw because he was watching the ball. And it's out of bounds to West Hancock. The last ones to touch it were the Tigers.
Grothaus getting a little physical there. Definitely could have been a foul call, but props to Jack Murphy. He's just kind of laughing it off right now.
Here comes a look at the last play with a block by Cooper, followed by a block by Alvey, and then a battle all the way to the sideline. Watch these guys go after it.
Scott with the ball, 2 seconds on the clock, and they're going to see what they call here. They're going to call a foul down low. This will be the third team foul on the Tigers. No fouls yet on the Titans given. Possibly could have been some called here and there, but
White just picked up his second, and he's going to have to go to the bench. We'll see how long he stays out. Cole McCoy, a junior, did have some playing time as a sophomore. He's checking in now for Illini Bluffs, but they lose the ability of the very gifted Devin White.
Yeah, the junior guard had 17 points in their last matchup against Liberty. He tied Hank Alvey in points in that matchup. 25 seconds on the shot clock, 1:30 on the game. Scott with it, top of the key. Just a little bit of emotion here from the Titans. Would have been a deep three had Siegfried taken it. Kicks it out, Grothaus. He'll take that three-pointer. No good. Offensive rebound by Scott. He'll kick it out to Siegfried. He'll take the three-pointer. That one's good. Lewis Siegfried, Sports Corner 3. That's the West Hancock Titans for LJ Insurance. My fault. Sports Corner 3 drops again for Lewis Siegfried.
8 points for Siegfried. As we get to the 1 minute mark, it's a 6-point lead for the Titans, and Illini Bluffs trying to figure out offensively how they're going to get things going.
Lewis Siegfried in the game, 8 points. He had 22 against Canton. Trying to match it here. They get it down low to Alvey. He gets double teamed quickly. Now working against Knowles. He'll go up with it under the rim. Can't go anywhere. Saved from going out of bounds by Lewis Siegfried. They push it up to Carter Barnes. Give it across to Scott. They don't take the shot, though. Slow it down. About a 4-second differential between shot and game clock. Step back here from Grothaus. Lost his defender, and that's a pretty little mid-range shot there.
You're seeing a little bit of the confidence that West Hancock built for themselves with that come-from-behind victory in Bushnell back in November. And they're playing with some authority right now on both ends.
You were talking about in one of our other broadcasts, the three-point shot just seems so prevalent now, and the mid-range game is losing its value. And to see a mid-range shot like that, they're going to call a good foul here against Gavin Grothaus, or it's a right call, I should say.
Grothaus first and the team's first. Nolan Gooding's going to check back in for the Titans. Also up off the bench, 24, Mason Stevenson, another senior.
Stevenson getting some big minutes for this Titan team this year. 5.3 seconds remaining here in the first quarter of action. 12-4 the score. Wyatt Hindle on the inbound. Tried to give it into Cooper. Up to Jack Murphy. They get it in. Stolen away by Gooding. They're going to have the last-second shot here at the three-point line. That one's up and no good. Almost went in. Gooding not a three-point shooter for this Titan team. Tried to get it up. We're going to head to a quick break. Exciting first quarter of action. We'll be back for the second.
Over the years, we've told you about the benefits of choosing Spoon River College.
Affordable.
Transferable credit.
Career ready.
A culture where students feel like they belong.
Wow, that brings a tear to my eye. And while all these are true, there seems to be one thing that, well, sticks. So let's give the people what they want to see.
Enrollment is now open.
The Macomb-Western Holiday Tournament presented by Tom Conklin State Farm. We got some highlights here from the first quarter. Big block there by Cooper Knowles and Lewis Siegfried. He's been money here today. Nothing but nylon on that three-pointer. And Titans really working well inside. There's that mid-range step back by Gunnar Grothaus. Hank and Alvey, the only player on Illini Bluffs with points so far. They got to spread the wealth.
They do indeed. And with 7 made field goals, and I would be willing to bet, I can't see the stats until halftime, but I'm guessing there was at least that many block shots combined between these two teams because, West Hancock got a couple of blocks as well, and Illini Bluffs, Alvey already has 3. Hendel got 1, and Cooper got 1. So that's 5 alone for the Tigers in the first quarter. Yeah, 5 of them. Yep. I do some math in my head. That's a bad thing to do.
A very strong defensive game here so far. Second quarter underway here. Titans start with possession. Carter Barnes with it now. He'll drive in, pass it down to Gooding. And screened his own player. Looked like Gooding tripped over the leg as well. Got his own rebound and put it back in. Nolan Gooding's first points of the game. And Hank Alvey could have had another block but tripped over his own player.
Glad to see that they both got back up all right. Cooper fires a 3. That won't go.
Cooper, I believe his first shot of the game. Strong rebound there by Mason Stevenson. They get it up to Siegfried now, cross half court. 7:18 on the clock here. Game number 13 of the Macomb-Western Holiday Tournament. Grothaus with the shot, no good. Strong rebound by Hank Alvey. Illini Bluffs back on offense. Alvey, again, the only player with points on this Tiger team. Nice drive by Cooper. He goes up, blocked away by Gooding. Titans with it. Siegfried on the fast break. 2-on-1. Good defense, though, by Wyatt Hindle. Gets his hands up, steals it. Now down to Cooper. Layup is missed. And they're going to call a foul here on Jaden Washington. And another little push there by Gavin Grothaus.
for Washington, his first. That'll be the first team foul of the second quarter on the Tigers, and I think Toby was expecting contact. We saw that in previous games. When you're alone for a layup, but you know there's a guy coming in a hurry, you sometimes will shoot the ball too hard or put it in the wrong spot expecting contact, and that's what happened to Toby right there.
Because it didn't really seem like he was rushing it too bad.
He's taking his time.
He took his time. He got it up. There was nobody really that close, and you gotta finish on those opportunities. Grotehouse with it. He'll kick it to the corner. The freshman Hunter Froman with the ball now. He'll kick it up to Siegfried. Froman getting his first minutes of this game here today. Had some minutes against Canton and the Titans' last win. Siegfried with the ball, top of the key. He'll drive in, put up a tough shot over Alvey. Right-hand layup falls for Lewis Siegfried. He has 10 here on the day.
A 12-point lead, and the Tigers stuck on 4.
A little bit of full court pressure here from the Titans. Passing it around Murphy. Alvey working down low against Gooding. Getting fronted right now. And that's a good foul call. That's the right call to make there by the official.
Nolan Gooding will pick up his first team foul of the period on the Titans. Both teams with 1. Subs coming in for West Hancock. Gage Scott, Cooper Knowles will check in.
I was talking to one of the officials during the first game of today, and he said, the real thing about refereeing a game is the game management, not letting it get out of hand. And that's something I think we're going to see today from these officials. These two teams, they played each other already in a tight physical matchup. You can't let this game get out of hand. That barely saved from going out of bounds. It's going to be off of Gage Scott.
That's the right call. 20 seconds on the shot clock, and really Gage is playing hard, but if he doesn't make that play, it's pretty much out of bounds off Illini Bluffs.
Good move there by Wyatt Hindle. Smart move as well. Toby Cooper had to throw it back. Saves it from a backcourt violation. That
3 out of the corner, too strong. Cooper with the foul. Cooper's second team foul.
It'll be Titan basketball, 5:41 on the clock. And scoreless here in the second quarter so far for the Tigers. Devin White going to check back in here for Jaden Washington, and I think that's a big key for them here.
Well, both Devin White and Toby Cooper were 2 fouls. Clay Vass putting a lot of trust in them right now that neither one of them will commit a third in the first half, but you got 5:37 to go.
Siegfried now with the ball. Gives it over to Grotehouse. Thought about the three-pointer. Good defense there by Wyatt Hindle. Tips it out of bounds.
Yeah, that was off of Hindle. He's trying to sell it, but it was definitely deflected by Wyatt. And it's West Hancock ball. The official worked together to get it right.
From our angle, I think it was the right call, but
they saw the ball change directions and the spin on the ball. That's what they watch when they look at the replays at the upper levels, is if the ball changes its rotation, they know that it was deflected.
Going to call an offensive foul on Lewis Siegfried. I think he might have got a little bit of a chicken wing.
Hooked him, yep.
Around that. That's going to be an offensive foul. Lewis Siegfried's first of the game. It'll be team's second as well. 5:22 remaining here in the second quarter of action. Tension is high.
I'm surprised Clay Vass has not called a timeout yet for Illini Bluffs, but he knows his team a lot better than we do. He sees them every day in practice. He knows what he's got out there.
Cooper three-pointer, no good. Air ball. Devin White gets it, though, after Gage Scott couldn't recover. They give to Hindle. Three-point shot here from Hank Alvey falls. And the Sports Corner 3 drops for Illini Bluff Tigers. Their first points here in the second quarter.
Hank's got all 7. Going to need some help. This one's deflected out of bounds. Last touched again by Hindle. He again tried to sell it, and he's laughing with the official over there. That's what you're supposed to do, right? Point that way.
It's fun. Basketball's fun, right? Yeah. 2 subs check in here for the Titans. Nolan Hurt and Carter Barnes check in for Lewis Siegfried and Hunter Froman. 4:47 on the clock. Gavin Grotehouse with it. He'll give it over to Hurt. Just swinging around, looking for something down low. Skip pass over to Barnes. He'll go baseline here. The layup, tall shot, bounces around. Rebound by Knowles. Putback is up, no good, a little hard. Another rebound. Barnes saves it, but he gives it right to Wyatt Hindle. Got to get back. They give it to the corner. This is Murphy. Good steal, though, by Nolan Hurt. Gets his hands up in the air.
Murphy misjudged that one. He didn't know Hurt could get up that quick. Probably should have tried to lob it in there to Hank.
Hurt will take the three-point shot. That one falls. LJ Insurance 3, nothing but nylon for Nolan Hurt. And a good two-possession play there for Nolan Hurt. Gets the steal and knocks down a 3.
Lead back to 12.
Alvey with the ball, goes inside. Wanted the foul against Grotehouse. Doesn't get it. The Titans fan wanted the foul against Alvey. He goes up, blocked by Cooper Knowles. They get their own rebound. Oh, to Toby Cooper. He goes up. That's no good. Rebounded by the Titans.
That was the most physical we've seen things get here. Fans behind us, Titan fans, pretty upset.
Huge Titan crowd behind us. And
The
that's
steal.
a turnover on Gavin Grotehouse. Devin White against Nolan Hurt. Right-hand layup falls, and that's the first bucket for Devin White. Like to see that out of the Tigers. 19-9 the score, and as you said, very physical game, and I think this will only get physical, more physical, I should say.
I agree.
3:12 on the clock, 20 seconds on the shot clock. Scott with the ball. Timeout by the Titans. Cool everybody off a little bit. Lewis Siegfried going to check into the game. And this last 3 minutes and 8 seconds, if you're Coach Jeff Dahl, what are you telling your team in this situation?
Well, if I'm Illini Bluffs, it's be patient, be patient, be patient. Keep playing defense. The shots will start to fall. Don't get yourself in any more foul trouble. Meanwhile, for the Titans, as we go to replay here and look at some of that play we're talking about, that could have been a foul called either way on lots of different guys.
Yes.
And the officials let them play through that. But, again, you tell your guys, stay calm. Don't let the emotions get the better of you. In West Hancock's case, just keep shooting the ball. Look for your shot. You've got a good offensive flow right now. You've made, 3 threes already in the game? Keep it going.
They got multiple people that can shoot the three-pointer well. Carter Barnes, the senior, Gage Scott, the senior, Nolan Hurt, senior, Lewis Siegfried, arguably their best player in this tournament as of right now. They got a lot of guys that can shoot it right now.
I think Titans are frustrating the Tigers a little bit, too, on the offensive end. You're seeing some of that play out, and the Tigers have to calm down and not let that get to them.
Good job by Toby Cooper on the switch there. It prevents Carter Barnes from having an open three-point shot. Siegfried kicks it out to Scott. 6 seconds on the shot clock. Going to have to get one up quick. Siegfried will take it. Most likely loses control, puts it up. That one doesn't go in. Airballed. It'll be Tiger basketball. 2:49 remaining here.
One of the coolest things about a shot clock is how the fans can get into the game. You may be able to hear them through our headset when it gets down inside 5 seconds. The fans are chanting the count so the players know.
It is very interesting. The Titans fans behind us and the Tiger fans in front of us.
Yep.
We are looking at it both ways. It's the duality of it is quite intriguing. 2:35 on the clock. 20 seconds remaining on the shot clock. Devin White guarded by Nolan Hurt at the top of the key. Titans still playing a man. Haven't gave a different look. They're going to call a travel on Devin White. Turnover on the Tigers.
It was kind of a handoff, and Devin was coming to a stop and ended up taking a shuffle because his teammate almost kicked his foot. It's like, look what you made me do.
A little bit of a mismatch down low. They thought good defense by Devin White. Cooper Knowles didn't have Alvey on him. Tried to get it over White, but good defense there. Murphy with the ball now. Drives in, kicks it out to Alvey. Alvey working inside. Little baby hook falls. 2 more points for Hank Alvey and the Tigers.
Hank with 9. The lead for the Titans, 8.
Close matchup here. Titans want to keep this lead going into this second half of play. Barnes with it. Skip pass over to Scott. Deep three-pointer here for Gage Scott. No good. White handle with it, and a good foul call there on Carter Barnes. 14th foul here against the Titans.
Third in the period. So still nobody's near the bonus with 1:51 to play in the half. The officials are letting them play, but at the same time still seem to have pretty good control of things.
The good call to make. If that play goes uncalled, it's getting a little hairy in here, but a right call to make. I like the call by the officials. They give it down low, try to get the lob. Good defense by Cooper Knowles. Prevents the lob to Devin White. Nolan Gooding checks into the game here for the West Hancock Titans. 1:42 remaining, 26 seconds on the shot clock here for the Illini Bluff Tigers. The inbound end stolen away by Nolan Hurt. And instead of pushing it, he's going to slow it down right now. Instead, give it up to Grotehouse. Grotehouse three-pointer falls. LJ Insurance 3 for Gavin Grotehouse. Or, excuse me, again, called too many West Hancock games so far this year. It's a Sports Corner 3. I do apologize. They're wanting a foul call down low. Don't know if they're rooting for a foul against Alvey or foul against Gooding.
Well, they put a lot of contact, a lot of bodies on Hank Alvey, and That one, after all the big physical play, you get the little one on the arm because it's out there in the open on the perimeter. That'll go against Gage Scott, his first. Fourth team foul. That was the last foul before the bonus now. So if the Bluffs can get another foul call here, somebody will go to the line. Have we had a free throw yet?
I don't have any on my stat sheet here. No free throws yet attempted. They inbound it into Devin White. He'll drive, loses control. Scott thought he had all ball, but Devin White.
Free throws now.
He was going up with it. 2 shots coming the Tigers' way. 1:10 on the clock. Titans with a 11-point lead right now.
Gage Scott picks up his second foul in about 6 seconds of play there. 5th team foul in the period. It does put Devin at the line. He may have been at the line anyway if they deem that to be a shooting foul. You talk about the Tigers' size. They have a couple of 6'7" assistant coaches over there, too. The Bernigan brothers are not small.
Not only a tall team, but a tall coach as well. That's the foul that was called earlier, and they gave it to Gage Scott.
Nolan thought it was going to be on him, and he was holding his hands up like, I didn't do anything. Well, it wasn't him.
He was rightfully confused about it being on him because it was on Gage Scott.
1 for 2 for White. Down to a 7-point margin.
Siegfried with it now. He gets fouled. That'll be the 3rd team foul here against the Tigers.
And the 3rd personal on White.
That's a tough player. If you lose Devin White in this situation, that is a very tough game to finish.
Cole McCoy will check in for White, and he's done for the first half. They didn't want that last foul certainly to happen here in half number 1.
1 minute remaining here, 35 seconds on the clock, and the foul resets it completely. They give it into Gooding, lost control. The all-conference wide receiver, or honors, I should say, wide receiver, can't get it there.
Wide receivers don't drop the ball, do they?
Not supposed to, at least.
Okay. If you ask anybody in the NFL, they've never dropped one in their life.
No.
It's all just bad throws.
Yeah. 50 seconds on the clock. Hank Calvey with a good cross-court pass. 3-point shot here from Cole McCoy, no good. Strong rebound from Carter Barnes. Titans with it. About an 8-second differential between shot and game clock here. Gavin Grotehouse now with the ball. He'll drive in, kick it out to Barnes. Now 22 seconds on the shot clock. Can't go anywhere with it. Gives it out to Gooding. Screen by Gooding. Hurt now with the ball. Wanted to get it down low. Cross court over to Gooding. Or excuse me, Grotehouse. He'll take a little floater. No good. Got his own rebound, so shot clock is no more. Got stripped away. Good defense there by Toby Cooper. He throws it up. Hank Calvey comes away with it. 7 seconds on the clock. Tip from behind by Grotehouse, though, out of bounds. It'll be Titan basketball with 2.7 seconds, and there's a lot of contact there.
Great hustle by Grotehouse, though, to chase him all the way down the floor, knock that one loose. There's 2.7 seconds. We'll see if the Titans can get one off. I want to talk about one specific play. Remind me about an offensive set by the Titans on that last play.
Grotehouse with it, throws it up.
They let him play that. The final 2.7 seconds was rough. So at the half, the Titans with a 10-point lead, but late in the half, you saw Nolan Gooding, if you were watching closely, came from the post and went way outside. He brought Elby with him, and immediately everybody else drove to the basket. They're trying to get Hank away from the basket.
Peyton Hutchins over with head coach Jeff Dahl. We'll send it over to him for a word.
Yep.
All right, Peyton, go ahead.
I'm here with West Hancock coach Jeff Dahl. Jeff, first half you're up 10. You have to like your team's performance so far.
I like our defense and our hustle. We've done a really good job of taking away what they like to do. We had a couple breakdowns in the second quarter, but we have to do a way better job, I think, this half of staying assignment sound for both quarters.
Besides that, anything else you guys need to do defensively or offensively in the second half?
I think we need to attack better on the offensive end. We're letting their ball pressure slow us down a little bit, and we need to make some of our long passes we threw were dangerous. We need to make the easy pass and then attack and get them off balance that way.
Good luck in the second half, Coach.
Thank you.
Now back to Duluth and BJ.
All right, thank you very much, Peyton. And now it's halftime, so we'll send it to the MDH halftime show.
This is the Western Holiday Tournament.
Is our title sponsor here on TSSR Game Time Live, and we're here with Lindsey Douglas, the Director of Physician and Provider Recruitment. I about left out provider out of that. So physician and provider recruitment here at MDH. It's a huge mouthful for me, so explain to us what that is.
Sure. So I am in charge of bringing in candidates for both physician and provider positions here at MDH. So provider meaning anything like nurse practitioner, advanced practice nurse practitioner, physician assistant, things like that. So I source those candidates, bring them in, and try to find the best providers and physicians to provide care at our facility.
So you found a home at MDH. Tell us a little bit about yourself. Where are you from? How long have you been here? Stuff like that.
So I am from Macomb originally. I graduated from Macomb High in 2009, graduated from WIU in 2014, studied communication there, and started my career in politics and worked for a couple different state representatives and state senators. Then found myself in the educational realm for a little while at the Regional Office of Education, and eventually found myself here at MDH. I started here in February of this past year. I started out as patient advocate, and this role opened up, and I'm now in the role of Director of Physician and Provider Recruitment.
Obviously, McDonough District Hospital, very important to Macomb.
Sure.
And it's the communities not only of Macomb, but Bushnell, Colchester, Blandonsville, Industry. You're from here. So what was it that drew you back here and got you to stay here at MDH?
So MDH is like home to me. I am a fourth generation MDH employee. So my great grandma Nancy Weaver was one of the first nurses that they hired when the hospital opened in 1958. My grandma started working here maybe 10 to 15 years after that. She started as a CNA on acute care, and then she worked in peds, and eventually she worked as the unit secretary for home health and hospice, and she retired from that position after being at MDH for a total of 50 years.
That's a long time.
Yeah. My mom is here as an administrative secretary. She's Brian's administrative assistant. And so I'm now here as a fourth generation employee of the hospital. So it was kind of a thing where I always thought I might end up at MDH just because of that family legacy of working in healthcare.
So before we came on camera, I heard a story. You guys were at a speaker recently, and you got to be there with your mom.
Yeah.
Does that make it really special to be a part of MDH, to still have your mom working here?
It's so cool. My mom is down the hall from me. So if I need something in the middle of the day, I can run down the hall and grab her. But it's also just cool to think about like the legacy that leaves in the community, especially being fourth generation and female. I think that's just a really special thing for my family and for this community here.
So as we look at those kind of, you have a personal connection here. How do you use those personal connections when you're out trying to recruit a physician or a provider?
Sure. So I use the story a lot of my office, actually. So I'm in room 318, which was a room for patients at one time, and now they've converted it into an office space. And one of my favorite stories to tell physicians is that my great grandma was sick in the hospital and was in that room, and that's where my grandma was recruited to join MDH. So my grandma had no plans of working in healthcare, but she was taking care of her mom as a sick patient, and the nurse at the time came to her and was like, "You are such a great caretaker. Why are you not a nurse? Why are you not doing this as your full-time occupation?" And so my grandma decided that healthcare would be her lifetime and like 50 years. And so she started working for MDH and was recruited right out of my office. So I just find that to be a really special connection when I'm looking to bring people to this community. Like the recruitment started in this office 50 years ago. And here I am starting a whole new legacy of recruiting people. And I just am so passionate about this community. And I just love living here. I moved back here from Quincy, chose to raise our family here just because we really love Macomb and we really love being in McDonough County.
So obviously the personal touch, you got the great personal story. You love Macomb. What does MDH offer to the providers and the physicians? What's the sales point for you on the professional level?
So because we're a small rural healthcare organization, your voice is heard here much louder than when you're in a large organization. So when you're in one of those larger hospital systems, you might be one of 15 to 20 providers in a specialty. At MDH, you might be one of two, you might be one of one. And so your voice in that medical staff office is going to be the loudest one in the room about your specialty. And that's a really unique situation for a physician to be, you know, the main voice for speaking for pediatrics or for speaking for orthopedics or whatever that specialty is. You're it. You're the guy. You're the one providing the care for the whole community. And you don't get that if you go to a large healthcare organization.
So those bonuses are probably obstacles in some cases as well.
Sure.
So how do you overcome those obstacles?
It really depends on the provider. You know, if someone is really wanting to be in a place where they're just in the background, they don't want to be that main voice, you know, I kind of have to tell them, you know, this is unique. You know, it's a unique community where you're going to go out into Walmart to get your groceries and run into one of your patients, and you're not going to find that everywhere. And that might be scary for you, thinking about, well, I don't want to mess somebody's care up and then run into them and have to explain it to all of Walmart. But it's just, you can also sell that as you're not going to go to Chicago and work somewhere where you're going to run into your patients every day.
Well, Lindsay, I appreciate you coming and talking to us today. Hopefully some people can understand more about MDH and how it's such a family-oriented business and so important to McDonough County and the surrounding area. Keep doing a good job, and maybe your little girl that wanted that 100 chicken nuggets can be the next generation to join MDH.
Exactly.
Well, we'll be back after halftime here on TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH.
Welcome back to TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH. This Macomb Holiday Tournament presented by Tom Conklin State Farm. We got some highlights here from the first half of action, and man, it was an action-packed first half, that's for sure. Nolan Gooding finding Lewis Siegfried on a wide-open layup. Titans attacked again here. Nolan Hurt gives it out to the three-point shot. Siegfried knocking it down here today. But Illini Bluffs, they were not going to back down too easy. Devin White tried to go up, but Lewis Siegfried there again, and the block parties have been coming around town all day. Siegfried, another three-point sports corner three-pointer, falls down. Grotehouse, nice mid-range game working for him here today. Now we see another play by Siegfried. That's a tough shot to make over Hank Alvey. Alvey, he's not backing down either. Knocking down a three-pointer there in the second quarter of action. He has 9 total. Cooper Knowles, that's a big matchup. Cooper Knowles, Hank Alvey all day long. It's going to be there. Alvey isn't backing down at all.
Rebounding is a big issue for Illini Bluffs right now. They've been out-rebounded 22-11. They've allowed West Hancock 8 offensive rebounds while they only have 8 defensive rebounds. A 50% percentage on the glass for West Hancock is too much, and Illini Bluffs has to do a better job. This stat really surprises me. Officially 4 blocks for Illini Bluffs and 5 for West Hancock, 3 for Cooper Knowles. And I had Hank with at least 3. They've got him officially for 2. So they may have put a steal or 2 on the side of Illini Bluffs that I would have referred to as a block. Either way, they got to get better on the glass. Illini Bluffs has to play better on the glass. West Hancock just needs to keep doing what they're doing. They have controlled the pace, they have controlled the boards, and they are making a good headway towards playing in tomorrow's first semifinal, which happens at 1 p.m. against the winner of our next game coming up. That's going to be a good one.
Farmington versus Rockbridge, a great matchup. Rockbridge, the number 3 ranked team in the tournament. Farmington beating down the 2-time defending champions in Eureka in the first round matchup. Another stat I kind of want to talk about is points in the paint. We talked about beginning of the game. Titans, 3-point shooting team. Illini Bluffs, they like to work in the post. And points in the paint, the Titans are winning right now in points in the paint. Crazy.
And I would bet some of those are on putbacks after missed shots.
We get started here in the second half of action. Nice skip pass over to Hindle. He'll take a three-pointer, much needed, and it goes in. Sports Corner 3 falls for Wyatt Hindle. He gets the first points here of the third quarter. That's the 3rd player to score for this Tigers team. 7:28 on the clock. Titans with it. Over in the corner is Grotehouse. Swinging it around here. Looking like a like a bit of a zone defense here from Illini Bluffs. Scott going to go baseline, bounce past Knowles, blocked away by Alvey, out of bounds. It'll stay with the Titans. Good defense there from Hank Alvey, swatting away Knowles, who is starting here in this second half.
Yeah, Knowles gets to start after an excellent first half. Watch this from Hank Alvey. Rips it down.
Give me that, he said. He wasn't taking any chances on that play. Knowles gives it off Siegfried. 6 seconds on the shot clock. Going to have to get one up quick. Hurt takes a floating one, bounces around the rim and falls. Nolan Hurt, the senior, gets 2 more points tacked onto his scorecard.
Now some token backcourt pressure by the Titans. What this will do is remove about 6 or 7 seconds from the shot clock and force Illini Bluffs to hurry it up a little bit.
As we talked about, shot clock not really coming into play here a lot with both these teams. When you can take 7 or 8 of it off before they even cross half court, it can be a big part of this game. 12 seconds now on the clock. Haven't had anything really going for them right now. Trying to get it down low to Alvey. They do. Double team by Siegfried and Grothaus. He goes up with it. Nice shot. Just a little short. Hit the rim, though. Rebounded by Devin White. And they're going to call a foul here on the Titans.
Hoop and a harm, and White gets the 2 to drop.
If it's on anybody, it should be Nolan Hurt, but I think they're going to give this to Grothaus. Nice play by Devin.
We'll get a look at it here, and we'll see. There's the scramble for it. And
he got a little bit of a left hand reached over there. I do agree with that call by the official.
Free throw no good, however. The lead is 7, 24-17 Titans.
Devin White 1 for 3 on the free throws here today. Nolan Hurt trying to get it down low. Can't find Cooper Knowles. 25 seconds on the shot clock. 6:12 remaining here in the third quarter. Siegfried drives the kick. Scott, he'll take a deep three-point shot. That one rolls around and falls. Shooter's touch right here for the Titans for Nolan Hurt and Gage Scott for his Sports Corner 3.
Kind iron so far early in the third quarter. A couple of shooters' touches. Field goal attempts already for the Titans.
The Tigers struggled. Here's a three-point shot from Alvey, just short, rebounded by Knowles. The Tigers struggled on that end of the court shooting the three-pointers, and right now the Titans coming out strong on the rim. Gavin Grothaus now with the ball. He'll kick it to the corner. Scott goes baseline, passes over. Hurt, he'll take a corner three-pointer. That one's in again. Sports Corner 3 for the Titans falls. Nolan Hurt electric right now here in this third quarter. The three-point keeps falling here for the West Hancock Titans. And a good foul call here against Cooper Knowles. I believe that'll be the second foul on the Titans here in this quarter.
First on Knowles overall. No movement to the bench for anybody for either side. Hendel to inbound underneath for Illini Bluffs.
I give it in to Devin White in the corner, right back down to Hendel. Alvey, he'll take an elbow 10-footer. That one knocks it in. Great mid-range shot there from Hank Alvey, who has 11 here in this game.
Already 7 points in the second half after scoring only 12 in the first half for Illini Bluffs.
Hurt with the ball, gives it up to Grothaus. Grothaus gonna get a screen right side from Cooper Knowles. Goes around it, out to Siegfried. He'll take a contested three-point shot. No good. Ball tipped out by Knowles. Offensive rebound. Hurt, he'll take a three-point shot. That one doesn't roll in either. If it ain't broken, don't fix it. But after 2 misses, you might want to look away from the three-point shot here. Nice bounce pass, but good defense there from Gage Scott. Tips it out of bounds.
Hank Alvey, a little give and go with Toby Cooper trying to get him on track. Toby doesn't have any points yet. And when you say a player is a player to watch, well, that means if you hold him down, that's a good thing, too, by the defensive side. And they have kept Toby off the board to this point.
He's taken a couple threes in this game, just hasn't been able to convert.
That's a walk.
Travel on Devin White. Turnover on the Tigers. Nolan Gooding checks into the game here for Cooper Knowles. And I got a chance to sit and talk with Coach Jeff Dahl, and that's just a 2-man rotation. If Knowles is on the floor, Gooding is off. If Gooding's on the floor, Knowles is off. I'd be interested to see if they played a taller team, which it's hard to say a taller team than Illini Bluffs, but if they played a taller team, whether both players would be out at the same time. Siegfried with the ball there now. Swing it around. Washington almost got the steal. They faked the swing pass out to Scott. He'll drive in. Goes up, blocked away by Alvey. Now Devin White on the fast break. Slows it back down. Smart move there by Devin White. Trying to get it down low. Tipped by Gooding. Has to move Alvey back out. Great layup goes up and fouled on the way.
How about the speed and the explosive first step for the big guy, Hank Alvey? After the deflection, turned, faced up on Gooding, then Little Linda Rodstadt there with the Blue Bayou move, and he'll go to the line now. Second foul called against Gooding.
Quick word from one of our sponsors, Tom Conklin State Farm, located on West Jackson Street in Macomb and in Farmington. Start your 2024 off right by contacting Tom Conklin State Farm after the first free throw is missed. State Farm, to take advantage of State Farm's new auto rates, contact us at Macomb at MacombSF.com or 837-1200, and in Farmington at ConklinSF.com or 245-423. Like a good neighbor, Tom Conklin State Farm is there. Get the offensive rebound on the second missed free throw. Devin White's shot no good. We'll see what they call here. They're going to call a foul on Nolan Gooding, what will be his third, and there's the elbows flaring again as he talked about, but
trying to get under the skin of Hank Alvey. He missed both free throws, which already frustrates a player. Missed the putback, too.
4 fouls on the Titans here.
And 3 personals on Gooding. We may see Knowles back in a hurry.
Knowles has 1 foul in this game right now. Tipped away by Siegfried, goes across half court. Cooper picks it up. Cooper now working inside, driving, slicing, and 1 here for Toby Cooper. He's going to head to the line for the old-fashioned three-point play.
That's already 5 fouls in the quarter on the Titans. There it is. Not much as some of the other stuff we've seen, but enough. And Nolan Hurt picks up his first, and Cooper converts the three-point play. Bodies flying everywhere. Let the bodies hit the floor. 30-22.
3:45 on the clock. 8-point game. Titans need to manage this lead. You got to keep your foot on the gas pedal here if you're the Titans, not slowing down at all.
Well, Coach Stahl said they're a gambling team on defense. They got to keep doing that. They've been deflecting a lot of passes, putting a lot of pressure on Alvey inside. I like the way they're playing the game.
We were talking about math in our head earlier. If you can come back from a 20-point deficit on the Illini Bluffs, the math would tell you that Illini Bluffs can come back from a 10-point deficit on you here in this game as well. That ball is stripped away. Hank Alvey comes away with it. And here's Wyatt Hindle and the Tigers. Now Devin White gives it up to Alvey. Alvey out at the three-point line. He's going to go in after his defender left. Toby Cooper, big three-pointer here. That one doesn't fall. Rebounded by the Titans. They give it up to Scott. Trying to get Alvey jumping. That turnaround jumper no good. Gooding on the rebound. There's another
Hindle
foul.
over the top. First foul of the half on the Illini Bluffs. They've got plenty of room here. Foul-wise, for Hindle, it's only his first. Out of bounds underneath in our first timeout of the game.
Full timeout.
For Illini Bluffs, yeah.
Full timeout here for the Tigers. 2:54 on the clock. 30-22 the score. Last 2 minutes of 54 seconds of this quarter coming your way after this break.
Let's go. We got a lot of acres to take 4 tires of fuel, 4 tires of fuel. Come on, we got to get him back out there. He's a busy man.
I'm just here for seed.
It's all part of it. Suit up.
Nutrien Ag Solutions has everything you need to win the season and go full speed ahead.
Welcome back to the Western Holiday Tournament presented by Tom Conklin State Farm Insurance. A couple of highlights here from recent action. Hindle, Alvey, jumper, good, mid-range. He can do that and loosen up that defense a little bit inside. On the other end, Hank says, no, not this time. Gets the block. Devin White takes off the other way. Titans hanging on to an 8-point lead, trying to hold off these Illini Bluffs Tigers in a big battle in the winner's bracket of the tournament.
Yeah,
Luke?
Close matchup here so far. 8-point game. Titans with the lead just barely. 1 foul here. That's a big discrepancy. 5 fouls on the Titans in this quarter. 1 foul on the Illini Bluff Tigers after Wyatt Hindle. This ball's on the ground. Devin White comes away with it, and they're going to call a foul on Devin White.
The official standing right there did not call it. The official on the near side was looking at it from a long ways away, but you know what? I will tell you this. He had a clean angle on it.
He did.
He did see it. Could have gone either way, but White with the final push that picks up his 4th foul, 2nd team foul in the quarter, and White's got to sit. Clay Vass obviously not happy because whenever the official standing right there doesn't call it, you kind of have a beef if a guy 40 feet away calls it, even if he saw it.
Even if he saw it, yes. There were some fans wanting a technical called, I believe, on this Tiger fans. Nolan Hurt drive. That layup rolls around. No good. Gooding almost got the rebound. Jack Murphy comes away with it.
Hurt changed his shot in midair because Alvey was back there. You know what Alvey is, the Hurt blocker. So tough to get that shot over the big man.
2:22 remaining here in this quarter. Jack Murphy with the ball. Titans playing, I think, a little bit of a 1-3-1. Gooding comes away with it. Will he go up with it against Alvey? Couldn't get it off. Fouled, not and one, but Hurt's going to head to the line for two, and maybe some flashbacks coming to Coach Clay Vass's way after Nolan Hurt. In their previous matchup, they elected to send Nolan Hurt to the line 2 times in a row. Knocked down those free throws, ended up winning by 4 after some clutch free throws from Hurt. This free throw is good.
Washington picks up his second foul right here. The trailer on the play, Hurt coming down court, and Gooding with a nice job to find him.
You know you don't want to get in front of that Hurt train right there. Hurt with the second free throw, up and good.
9 points for Hurt, but 7 of those already here in the second half.
2:09 remaining on the clock. 35 seconds on the shot clock here. A little bit of pressure from the Titans. This is Wyatt Hindle with the ball, gives it over. Now Murphy. Titans still playing. They're playing a man now, I do believe. It could be a zone. I'm not quite sure staring at it right now because Alvey's sitting in the middle.
Well, I think it's might be even a diamond in one or box in one, if you will, with everybody playing zone except Cooper Knowles, who is guarding Alvey, and Knowles gets called for the holding foul.
That's going to send him to the line for 2 free throws here. 2 fouls now on Cooper Knowles. Alvey heading to the line. 10-point game, 1:47 remaining here in the third quarter.
Coach Jeff Dahl trying to use all those fouls if he can. Nolan Gooding has 3, Knowles has 2, and they can both still play physical defense.
This is almost when you put in somebody at this point to just get fouls if you're Coach Jeff Dahl.
Alvey's got to make them pay, but he's 0 for 3 from the free throw line here in the second half.
1 for 4 as a team. I do believe that free throw missed. You are correct on that previous call. Second one misses as well. Siegfried cross court over to Grotehouse. Scott now with it up top. They're going to slow it back down a little bit. Siegfried with it, drives in. Could have got called for a hook again, doesn't. Foul. That'll be the 14th foul against the Tigers here with 1:35 remaining.
And Jaden Washington just picked up his 3rd, sending Siegfried to the line. He had a game-high 10 points at halftime. Has not scored here in half 2.
Another word from one of our sponsors. After we get this replay of the foul, Lewis Siegfried drives in, got Jaden Washington on the foul call. The Hollis Park District wishes the Illini Bluff Tigers best of luck in the Holiday Tournament and in the rest of the 2023-24 season. Membership specials are available right now to join the Hollis Park District Recreation Center. Call 309-697-2944 or go online to hollispark.org to learn more. Both free throws made there by Lewis Siegfried. Titans ahead by 12. Siegfried has 12 in the game. Alvey getting doubled, drives in. Knowles got to be careful of getting another foul. That one goes in. Alvey finishing through the contact.
Off balance, still able to get it up and in. It shows his strength. It's been fun to watch him from freshman year to senior year just grow into that body.
Grotehouse, little turnaround jumper. Nothing but nylon there
Tough
on that
shot.
bucket with Alvey in his face. Mid-range jumper falls for the Titans. 12-point lead still. Under a minute to play here in the third quarter of action. Wyatt Hindle with the ball here. Gets a screen left side. Takes the deep three-point shot. Nylon again. Wyatt Hindle knocks it down. Another sports quarter 3 for Wyatt Hindle.
The lead at 9. Shot clock differential from the game clock is again about 4 seconds. And it looks like the Titans going to use as much of that as possible.
Not really wanting to give Illini Bluffs any chance at all. If you get an offensive rebound in this situation, game clock goes away. 16 seconds now on the clock. And this is what the game clock was for, was to prevent the stalling. In this case, you'd see this no matter if the clock was there or not. Grotehouse deep three-pointer, not good. Airballed.
Should be a shot clock violation. It is. 4.2 seconds to go in the period.
I thought Cooper Knowles was going to check out of the game there for a moment, which I wouldn't hate the decision with him having 2 fouls already.
Illini Bluffs goes to Josh Vaughn, a senior. And with a late sub like this with 4 seconds left in the quarter, and he replaced Jack Murphy, who has no fouls, I got to think that maybe Josh Vaughn might be a three-point specialist of some kind.
When I got to talk to Coach Vass at the Spartan Tip-Off Classic, Vaughn came into the game and knocked down a three-pointer immediately.
There we go.
Knocked down another one right after that, and I talked to him after the game. Is that what you looked for from Josh Vaughn? And he said, he's our three-point guy. We like him shooting that. Wide open shot here from Jaden Washington, up and no good. A little bit of contest there. Contest from Gavin Grothaus. And that's how the third quarter ends. Titans lead 36-27. We'll be back for the much anticipated fourth quarter.
Over the years, we've told you about the benefits of choosing Spoon River College.
Affordable.
Transferable credit.
Career ready.
A culture where students feel like they belong.
Wow, that brings a tear to my eye. And while all these are true, there seems to be one thing that, well, sticks. So let's give the people what they want to see.
Enrollment is now open.
Welcome back to Western Hall in Macomb, Illinois for the Western Holiday Basketball Tournament. In that third quarter, we saw only 5 points scored by Illini Bluffs, and some of that was due to the Titans' defense, also due to the foul trouble of Illini Bluffs. Devin White has 4 fouls. Also, West Hancock shot really well from 3 in that third quarter. BJ, Luke, what did you guys see in that third quarter?
You know, really for me, what I saw was a little bit of a pushback from that first half by the Tigers, but the Titans, they're not letting go of this lead at all. If you want to make a fire bigger, what you do is you put some more gasoline on it. You don't dump water on it at all. In this situation, that's what the Titans are doing, trying to extend this lead that they have. I want to give a quick thank you to everybody watching here on TSSR Game Time Live. We hit that subscribe button. We got high school games all around the area going all season long. We'd love to have you guys watch some more of our events. Titans versus the Illini Bluff Tigers right now. Titans with the ball. 18 seconds on the shot clock here. Scott with it. Can't find anybody. Gives it over to Gooding now. Gooding working against Alvey. Kicks it back out. 9 seconds on the shot clock.
And this is where the shot clock really takes effect. The team's got a 9-point lead against a very strong club. There's a 3 out of the corner.
Toby Cooper and Gavin Grothaus fight for that rebound.
And when you have that lead, you might want to take a minute 15 before you take a good shot. You're not really stalling, but you're being very deliberate. Well, with the shot clock, you can't do that.
Your defense needs to stay true to what it has been in this game, getting defensive rebounds, boxing out. Alvey on the cut, nice pass to Washington, blocked away by Nolan Gooding. Alvey almost came away with it. Grothaus jumps on the floor. Lewis Siegfried now with it, pushing it up the floor, loses control, ball on the ground. And
tackle on the play. We hope Jaden Washington's okay down there as his arm got pinned beneath 3 players.
Hope Jaden Washington gets up and he's okay. Big block.
Replay of the block. That was nice.
Big block by Nolan Gooding. And something I will say, I was when Jeff Dahl, head coach Jeff Dahl, came to West Hancock, Reno Pinkston, longtime head coach before him, he came in, and something he said, when the ball's on the ground, he told his players, when the ball's on the ground, jump on it, fight for it. He said that's what we're doing, fighting for every 50-50 ball that we can, and those last 2 quick situations, that's what you see. Gavin Grothaus jumps on a ball, they get possession. When that 50-50 ball results in a jump ball, but nonetheless, you got to jump on those loose balls.
That mentality is pardon the pun here, they're playing the Tigers, but that's a Tiger-like mentality.
Nolan Gooding tips the ball. Gage Scott, he's going to go on the fast break. Wyatt Hindle, the only one close, and the layup is made by Gage Scott on the fast break. First points here of this fourth quarter go to the Titans. 11-point lead. Illini Bluff with the ball. This is Wyatt Hindle up top. Alvey getting faced, guarded by Nolan Gooding right now. A lot of contact there. Hand it off now.
Gooding's got to be careful. I mean, they're both going at it, but the officials will tend to side with the offensive player if he's being held.
3-point shot, no good. Could have been a foul on Josh Vaughn, but Titans come away with it. Scott gets up off the ground, and these last 5 minutes, they're going to be chippy as all can get out, I would expect.
We may see a rugby match break out, that's for sure.
Kick it out to the corner. Scott, he'll take a three-point shot. No good, long. Tipped around. Alvey comes down with it.
That's what I'm talking about right there. You get your arm caught. Hank's whipping his arms around. That foul could go either way. It's going to go on Gooding, who made the first contact.
In all reality, it is the right call to make since, as you said, Nolan Gooding initiated the contact. But at the same time, I believe the West Hancock fans have a right to be mildly upset with the aftermath of it. Yes, I would agree.
The foul is there, but then you got to watch about retaliation. You could call a double foul if you wanted to. That's the fourth personal on Gooding. 2 fouls against Cooper Knowles. Did Cooper come back in? He did. Gooding has to go to the bench. Still holding on to his right elbow. You extend an elbow that way, too, and that could be very painful.
I will say there was a mass kick out of Titan fans in the last Macomb Holiday Tournament. After a play like that, it gets a little dicey here. Hearing a lot of chirp behind us. 5:25 on the clock. They kick it over now. This is Hindle. Down low to Alvey. Knowles got to stay straight up. That's good defense, but an even better shot there from Hank Alvey. 2 points. First points here of this fourth quarter for the Tigers.
6 in the second half, 15 in the game for Hank Alvey. But still a 9-point lead for the Titans as they control the ball again.
Gavin Grohouse just knocking down those mid-range shots on cue.
Here comes Jaden Washington up off the bench just like that.
Devin White still in the game. 4 fouls on him. He has to be careful here in the fourth quarter. Can't lose him. He hasn't scored that much, but he gets eyes. When he gets the balls, he's getting a lot of eyes. 3-point shot from Alvey, just short, rebounded by Grohouse.
Got a man sneaking behind him.
Give it up to Barnes, doesn't take the shot, gives it to Cooper Knowles, blocked away.
Alvey with another block. I've got him for 6. Let's see what the stat sheet says.
Tigers with the ball now. Skip it over. Hindle, he'll take a 3-point shot. No good. Ball tipped around. Lewis Siegfried comes down with it. And no fouls called yet again. A lot of swinging arms here right now. 40-29 the score.
At some point it doesn't resemble basketball. You got to be careful. I hate to see anybody hurt.
And there's a good call. Devin White is fouled out of the game.
Yeah, that's a bad foul by Devin. Definitely a foul. That's his 5th. He's done. Frustration. And now that'll require Cole McCoy to come up off the bench as well. So McCoy and Washington will check in. White fouls out. Vaughn goes back to the bench. Uphill battle right now for Illini Bluffs.
A timeout has been called. This will be a very interesting situation. A full timeout. Players get to rest for a minute. 4:02 on the clock, 40-29 the score as of right now. And man, it's been a close game. We'll be back for the last half of this fourth quarter after this.
Over the years, we've told you about the benefits of choosing Spoon River College.
Affordable.
Transferable credits.
Career ready.
A culture where students feel like they belong.
Wow, that brings a tear to my eye. And while all these are true, there seems to be one thing that, well, sticks. So let's give the people what they want to see.
Enrollment is now open.
And then on us. Welcome back into TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH. The Macomb-Western Holiday Tournament coverage on TSSR Game Time Live is presented by Tom Conklin State Farm.
Shot of the Titans huddle. Coach Dahl intently addressing his team. You see the camera 1 shot shows you the beautiful new court here at Western Hall with the Bulldog logo, big one at center court, letterneck's word written underneath it, and very distinctive stain in the wood so you can tell what is the 3-point line and what is not. But we have an extra 3-point line for the tournament, the high school tournament.
On the inside of that stain wood. A lot of these players are drifting out to that college 3-point line.
My OCD gets to me. You look at that left hand, the 3-point line to the left side, and see there's a little bit of a kink in it right there where the tape just didn't quite bend right.
Screen on the right side. Scott now with it. Stolen away by Hindle. This is what the Tigers need here. Down 11 to the Titans. Give it to the corner. Cooper drives in. He falls down. No foul call. Believe that was the right call. A lot of contact, though. Scott now with it. 3:40 on the clock.
Well, all that contact was initiated by Cooper, so the defense did a good job of staying out of the foul situation.
Scott now with the ball. One team foul on either team. They give it to the corner to Carter Barnes. He goes baseline, gives it back out. Gage Scott, deep three-pointer here. That one no good. Rebounded again by Gavin Grotehouse, And that's going to be another foul. We'll see who this one is on.
It's going to be on Toby Cooper, reaching in from behind, his third. Second team foul of the period on the Tigers. It'll be out of bounds underneath for the Titans. Great work on the boards by Gavin Grotehouse to get up, grab that long rebound.
He's got a lot of key rebounds in the game today. Gage Scott comes down with it. I'd like to credit Hank Alvey. No fouls yet today. He's playing very well. In their last matchup, came away with a fouled out, actually. 5 fouls is what he came out with. Cooper on the fast break. They're going to call a foul here on the Titans. They'll go to the line for 2 free throws.
Toby, about midway through the third quarter, started to assert himself a little bit. Ended up with a 3-point play. Now he has a chance to add a couple of free throws to that. Just 3:06 left in the game, and any rally is going to have to be fast and furious right now.
Toby Cooper, your key player of the game, starting to get to work here in the last 3 minutes. This free throw is up, bounces off the rim, no good.
Here's the replay of that foul as Cooper with a bull rush to the basket, and the foul went against Grotehouse coming from the side, picked up his third. Knowles checks out, and that means that Gooding's in, right?
Gooding on 4 fouls, 2 team fouls each now. That free throw missed, tipped around, rebounded by Gooding. Now Grotehouse with it.
Illini Bluffs been awful from the free throw line.
Good spin move there by Grotehouse. Siegfried now with it. Under 3 minutes to play here in the fourth quarter. Going to get a lot of pressure here from this team, this Tiger team. Corner, Hurt. He'll take a 3-point shot. No good, and a foul is called after the shot on Hank Alvey, his first foul of the game. They're going to say it's on the floor, I believe. I don't think they're going to give him 3 shots.
It's after the shot contact, so it's going to go out of bounds underneath to the Titans. And another possession, a fresh 35. And you know what? If I'm the Titan staff, I'm going to take that trade-off. Rather than the free throws, let's get the ball back and use some more clock.
2 more fouls till the Tigers send the Titans to the line. That up, 50-50 ball to Grotehouse. Gives it over, out of bounds. They're going to say it was off of Jaden Washington, Titan basketball. Titans wanted Hurt to be shooting 3 there, but I do believe it was the right call. Should have been a foul on the ground. The inbound here from Siegfried gets it into Gooding. Gets Siegfried cutting, a lot of contact, and he's going to see if he heads to the line for 2. He was trying to shoot it.
You see the signals coming from the Illini Bluffs bench, and I kind of feel the same way. It looked like he had enough control of the ball, took that extra step. Washington never let him go, and Washington eventually picks up his 4th foul on the way in, and that'll send Siegfried to the line.
They're going to say it was on the floor.
Wow.
Which, it's a tough situation. He was behind the backboard. It was a hope and a prayer, but he was still going up with it. So you tell me where the line is drawn on that. They give it over.
They drew it.
Yeah. They give it over now to Grotehouse up top, getting double teamed. He's going to get a 5-second call. Timeout by Jeff Dahl. And he is angry at his team.
He's animated, and more animated at the player than the officiating right there. He thought the player allowed himself to get trapped. That happens on occasion. You know, I've always been told by the better coaches I had that physical errors are going to happen. Shots are going to be missed. Passes are going to be dropped. Physical errors are going to happen. What you can avoid, though, is mental errors. And to get yourself trapped out there could be considered more of a mental error than a physical error. And that's, I think, what frustrated Jeff. But you know what? They'll work it out, and they'll be fine coming out of the timeout here.
And you gotta understand the mindset of some of these players. We're not in their heads right now, but 2 minutes, 30 seconds in a game you've won already that's been close, in a game that will send you to the quarterfinals of the Macomb Holiday Tournament, and you're getting double teamed up top by a very good defensive team in Illini Bluffs. I mean, you're feeling the pressure if you're a player. If I'm feeling it out here, you're feeling it down there as well.
Absolutely. The winner of this game moves into the 1 p.m. game tomorrow afternoon against either Farmington or Rock Ridge. And then the loser of this game will get the loser of Farmington and Rock Ridge and have to play at 9 in the morning. And nobody wants that Saturday morning at 9.
Siegfried gives it in here to Gavin Grotehouse. Now Hurt with it. 20 seconds on the shot clock. Got to get it around to somebody. Almost a 5-second call. Scott, that pass tip. Gooding now with it. Stripped out of bounds. Clock is still counting down. 2:13, 9 seconds on the shot clock. 40-29 the score. Yeah, you saw that right. Last time this was played, it was 64-60 final score. Grotehouse with it. Turnaround. He gets stripped. Good defense there from Hindle. Ball on the ground. This will be Titan ball, and that's going to get physical here.
Yeah, way too much. Way too much. I would tee both the kids up to calm them down right now. There were some extracurriculars there that you don't want to see. Fans need to calm down and let the officials handle it. They call a jump ball. Possession arrow favors West Hancock. If the fans only see one way, they see the opposite color.
And they do.
And fans need to understand that both players were equally guilty of extracurriculars right there.
Shot clock did not restart. Hurt cuts the inbound, and the layup falls for Nolan Hurt.
That's a killer right there. That is a dagger thrown by the Titans.
13 seconds, 2 minutes remaining in this game. Albie loses control. Don't be rushing at that pass if you're Lewis Seaford. Cannot foul in this situation. Keep your head. This is a crazy game right now. Hindle with it over to the corner. Wide open three. Up and airballed. Rebounded by Gage Scott. 14 fouls on the Tigers. One will put the Titans at the line with 2 free throws. Scott now with the ball. They'll give it up to Grotehouse. They're giving them a little bit of less pressure here. Grotehouse with it. 1:26 on the clock. And it's looking like the Titans are going to come away with the win here. 49-22-29 the current score. Seaford with it. Kicks it to the corner. Scott for the sports corner three. No good. He gets fouled. Pushed. We'll see if this is on the ground or if it's a three-point play on Hank Alvey here. No matter what, he's heading to the line for 2.
Alvey picks up his second, both in the same situation. Closing out on a three-point shooter. Doesn't get the block. Turns, ostensibly to block out, but he hits him after the shot. Here, you'll see this now. What I'm talking about is when the shooter goes down and lands, and it's a couple seconds later, they don't call it on the shot. But when he's still in the air and the contact is made, they're going to give him that 3-shot foul. So, at the line, hitting the first of 3 is Gage Scott. He's got 6 in the game.
I believe he only has 1 more. I think they called it on the ground, actually, which...
Oh, if they did, you're right. That's a 5th foul, so it's going to be free throws either way. You are exactly right.
Which... It is a foul no matter what. If you land in the shooter's landing area, it is going to be a foul even if you didn't make contact. Good job by the Titan defense there. Just let Toby Cooper come into the lane and make the layup. 43-31 the score, 12-point differential. If your Titans hold on to the ball.
Minute 4 to play. Let's keep it here if we can. 12-point margin, and the Bluffs, I thought, were going to go to the bench and do kind of a late concession, but I don't know at this point if they need to or will do that. Here comes Jaden Washington checking back in. And he'll be back on the floor, and maybe the foul game starts with a minute 4 to play.
When you got a game like this that, it's a 12-point game, but it feels closer than ever. You got to look to Devin White, who fouled out. Now, you're not looking to since he's fouled out, you're looking at in the first quarter when he had 2 fouls subbed out of the game. He got subbed out again when he had 3 fouls. How much time has Devin White missed because he was in foul trouble, and how much has that affected this game?
Well, that's a very important part of the game, and that's been a long discussion over the years of, an offensive tackle, for instance, the NFL can commit 8, 9, 10, 11 holding penalties, and it's up to the coach whether he wants to leave them in or take them out. But in basketball, you have no choice. Once you get to that 5th foul, you're done. There was some experimentation with letting people stay in the game. If they commit a 6th foul, you give 2 free throws and give the team the ball back. Now the coach has to make a decision. Do we want to do that and leave our big guy on the floor, or do we want to take him out of the game so we get the ball back and we don't keep adding up fouls? The way the game works, though,
you're out.
You're out after 5, NBA 6, of course.
Titans running a press breaker here. Scott gets it. Stripped from behind by Hindle. Jumps on the ball. And a timeout called. Great timeout there from Coach Clay Vass. Good defense.
Possession arrow is favoring West Hancock. So if he waits and doesn't call the timeout, it's a jump ball. Titans get it back. So, you talk about how intensely the coaches watch the game. That's an example right there. I mean, I wouldn't have thought to call a timeout that fast. Obviously, Coach Vass was looking for that.
It was right away. Coach Vass was calling that timeout. No hesitation.
Both teams with 2 timeouts remaining. Exactly 1 minute left on the clock. There's the Tiger huddle. And the official going over there and telling them first horn is blown.
it's a 12-point lead for the Titans, but I'm still nervous. I'm thinking, man, how's this handshake going to turn out? How's everything going to turn out?
The Titans are a better team, I think, to come back because of their three-point shooting ability. The Titans, I'm saying, when they're behind, you would think they have a better chance of coming back from 12 down than the Tigers, who are more of an inside team. At the same time, you think the Tigers could contain a 12-point lead better than they can come back from 12 down. Washington just committed his 5th. Second player from the starting lineup for Illini Bluffs to foul out along the sideline. It'll send Gate's shot back to the line again. So basically what I'm saying is the Titans I would expect to be a better comeback team than the Tigers. Tigers have a chance to prove me wrong.
I will say that's a tough pass to Jaden Washington, who is shorter than Gage Scott. And Gage Scott, who is a very, very good athletic wide receiver for the West Hancock Titans football team this year. He shows off his 50-50 skills. First free throw falls for Scott. And, now it's all over but the clapping. It seems it's not over till it's over. I would give a movie quote, but it's not over yet.
Give a movie quote. Go.
I don't think I should.
Okay.
And Toby Cooper now with the ball, guarded by Grotehouse. Hendel with it. Gives it over. Vaughn, deep three-pointer. Deeper than an NBA three, it seemed. Cooper gets the rebound. Now Siegfried with it. And they're going to call a foul on Hank Alvey. Siegfried's got to watch those hands, but he's going to head to the line. He has 12 here today, had 22 in their last matchup. But you know what? Although Gavin Grotehouse had less points than Lewis Siegfried, I look back to those mid-range turnaround floaters that he made. Just cooled off this Tiger offense, their momentum every single time. Those were clutch mid-range shots that Gavin Grotehouse made. I would like to see a replay there of Lewis Siegfried's face after he shot that. Gave a little bit of a smirk there after he missed to the side of it. He missed bad.
Second as well. Alvey with the rebound, fouled on the reach by Grotehouse.
That'll be the third team foul on the Titans, and Coach Jeff Dahl telling him to stop. Don't need to do that in that situation.
Grotehouse picks up his 4th. Third team foul, though, so the benefit there is no free throws for Illini Bluffs if you're a Titan fan.
This game is not over yet. Got to get up a quick shot, though, if you're the Tigers. You're taking too long already. You just got to throw up a prayer right now. Don't worry about getting it down low. Just you got to get it up. And Vaughn gets it up here. That doesn't fall. Gets the rebound. Could have kicked it out to McCoy. Doesn't get it to fall, and Siegfried comes away with it. And Titans.
That should do it.
Titans are going to come away with a win here against the Illini Bluffs Tigers. They get the win in a much-anticipated rematch in the Macomb Holiday Tournament.
They hold Illini Bluffs to 2 fourth-quarter points. Defense definitely won the game for the West Hancock Titans. 45-31 to move in to the next round. 4
points made in the first quarter there for the Tigers as well. What a defensive show out there. A very physical matchup, but Titans get the win in a very tough game.
Tell us about Ron Elby Auto Sales with the postgame show.
Ron Elby postgame show presented by Ron Elby Auto Sales. With locations in Macomb and Augusta, and with 80 years of car sales experience, Ron Elby Auto Sales is your hometown go-to for your next car. Macomb on East Jackson Street. Stop in and talk to Justin, Jared, or Chris, or visit www.lbsalescars.com to check out their inventory. Peyton Hutchins, I think, might have been trying to talk with head coach Jeff Dahl.
They may both be going to the locker room, both coaches. And you know what? Good to see Jeff put his arm around Clay after an extended conversation. Apparently, everybody warned everybody else about this game because there was a police officer out there just in case when the coaches had their discussion.
Now, I would like to thank everybody for watching this very exciting and very intriguing matchup, but you might want to stick around for the next 3 games we got. We got Farmington versus Rock Ridge. Then we got Macomb versus Abington Avon. And then Camp Point Central versus Monmouth Roseville at the end of the day. You got anything else to say? You got some stats for us, I guess I should ask, from that game.
I don't have official total stats yet, but I've got scoring-wise, what a nice balanced attack for West Hancock today. They got 12 for Siegfried, They had 12 from Hurt. They had 9 from Grotehouse, and they had 9 more from Gage Scott. That's the kind of balance you need to beat a team of the quality of Illini Bluffs. But more importantly than that, they held Illini Bluffs to 31 points. They shot poorly, the Tigers did, from behind the arc. They were forced into some three-point shots to try to catch up. Hank Alvey was the leading scorer. He had 15. 9 of those in the first half, was held to 6 points in the second half. Wyatt Hendel had 6. 5 each for Devin White and 5 for Toby Cooper in the total of 31. Replays from this game, highlights, you take a look. Nice high-low look inside. They get the ball down low to Siegfried. He scores it. West Hancock comes back again. Siegfried playing a little inside-outside. That time a three-pointer for the young man. Back the other way. He gets the block. And Siegfried was all over the place in the first half. There's a block for Cooper Knowles. Hey, it's Siegfried again. Boom, 3 more. And that was pretty much the first half. When the second half came around, here comes Nolan Hurt, Gage Scott, and we'll see a little bit of them in just a bit. Now here is another great drive and hoop as Siegfried gets it up over the long arm of the law there with Hank Alvey. Hank steps out and hits a 3. You got the Illini Bluffs Tigers fans fired up a little bit. And then the block by Knowles on Alvey, and that was huge for West Hancock and, frankly, for their confidence. Alvey gets a little hoop there. Corner 3 on the way from Grotehouse, nails it. Drive baseline, kick across, another block for Alvey. So many exciting plays in this game, so much talent between these two teams. It was fun to watch.
Some more unofficial stats. Lewis Siegfried dominated the first half for the West Hancock Titans with 10 points. But then you go to the second half, and Gage Scott, he started showing up, as you can see there. Got swatted away, but he was sticking around the whole entire day. Alvey having himself some nice work. But I want to talk about Nolan Hurt. Nolan Hurt had 13 points in the game, leading scorer for the West Hancock Titans. He had 10 of his points come there in the second half. Siegfried and Hurt ended up trading points between the first half and the second half. Overall, just a great team game from the Titans, and as physical as it got, it was still a very fun game to call.
They wanted to make life difficult for Hank Alvey, and they did just that. So hats off to them. A big win for West Hancock. Moving into the 1 o'clock semifinal game tomorrow afternoon against the winner of this next game that you'll be seeing soon, Farmington and Rock Ridge. Meanwhile, Illini Bluffs will be back here at 9 in the morning, and they will get the loser of the next game between Farmington and Rock Ridge. So, hey, enjoyed doing that with you. Look, that was fun, brother.
First time doing it together. A lot of fun. That's all we got from this game here. Make sure to stick around for the Farmington versus Rock Ridge matchup. See you there.
Good job.